The first thing I would love to hear from you is how you got casted for the role and your experience in making that episode.
Well, I went in, like everybody else. It's a new show. So I know I love you too, but get your butt over here and quit scratching the carpet. Thank you. I know. Wonderful. Just like everybody else, you go in, nobody, you don't know what it is. It's a new show. It's a brand new show. It's sci-fi. It's out there. It's another universe. I mean, it's as opposed to Star Trek that traveled to different places in the Babylon 5 world. We brought all the places together. It was probably, Joe Straczynski's, his mind works. He's out there in a great way, His mind just works. It never stops. He never stops. But this was something that had been in his mind for a long time because he is a sci-fi geek, if you remember. But he created this. We went in, and there really wasn't a lot of people going into it. I understand a lot of people got turned down because the first question they ask you, are you claustrophobic? That was the first question they asked. And a lot of people say, well, I don't like. No, I said, are you claustrophobic? Because this is about to get really tight. And I went in for the interview and they asked me this question. I says, well, no, I was a diver in the Navy. I'm not claustrophobic on anything. And they said, wonderful. I did a quick read of something, which there really wasn't a lot of dialogue, as you well know. I walked around other than playing the character as a human. I turned into a bioweapon and pretty much wreak havoc across Babylon 5. But, I think we should get into how that was done. It was the first TV full body prosthetic that was ever done. And in doing so, when I went in, they said, yeah, you're going to be in a suit. Oh, okay. I've been in a lot of suits, so it doesn't bother me. So, well, this one's going to be a little different. We're going to cast your entire body, and you're only going to be able to breathe through 2 straws we're going to put in your nose. Okay. They didn't tell me that while after they covered me up with all this stuff and I was in this vat, literally in this vat with 2 straws coming up through this material, they went to lunch. They left me completely encased in this. I think it was for 45 minutes. I was in there. So I just finally fell asleep. I got bored. So I fell asleep, was just snoozing away when they finally came back in. They, first thing they said, oh crap, he's still in there. Marshall, you okay? I said, what? Yeah, I'm fine, man. What? I said, it feels firm, so I think we're done. So, obviously they start the separation process. The boxes go down, there's a big gel block and they cut it in half and out pops Marshall with 2 straws still in his nose. And then they started forming this suit, this Acarian warrior. The suit weighed 72 pounds.
Jeez.
It took, I think, 4.5 hours to get me into it. And once you get into it, you're not coming out of it till the end of the day. I lost 11, on the average, I lost 11.5 pounds per day.
My goodness. And how many days were you actually in the suit?
9 days.
Wow.
9 days. They, at first, I was walking around, they said, we're hearing water sloshing. I said, yes, you are. The boots that I'm in are full. You didn't have to go to the restroom because obviously you didn't hold on to anything. So I punched holes in the boots. And of course, all this water just started pouring out of the boots. And no, I didn't go to the bathroom in the suit. No, I didn't do that. Clear that up right now. I did not do that at any point. But they punched holes in it. And the next thing they know, the floor is covered with sweat, liquid. It's an internal temperature that, I think the internal temperature was 108 on an average day. And when you fought, the temperature went to about 115. That's the first couple of days, first 2 or 3 days there, they didn't have a cool suit, to keep my temperature down. So basically I just had to sit in there and roast. for, 8 hours and drink a lot of fluids. And again, I will say, I did not go to the bathroom in that suit. It just all came out in sweat. But they sculpted, if you've seen it, it's a pretty intense suit, with that huge weapon on my right arm, and this thing that came out because of that implanted piece of that David McCallum stole, by the way, off the planet of Icarium, that implanted itself in my chest and created that thing. So that's just a little bit of how I got the roles, because I wasn't claustrophobic. And Joe kept coming in every once in a while we were shooting this, and he would walk up to me and he would get real close to it like this. He would look at me. Of course, my eyes were slits, they had these yellow films with slits in it. And he said, "Are you okay?" And I just did the voice. I went, "Yes, I am fine." And 2 or 3 times every day he would come in and tap me on the head. "Are you okay?" And it was very kind, very sweet of him to do so. But they finally got the cool suit, and that helped a lot.